Good evening, everyone. So today I had my MICA test, and as you have seen, based on previous years, MICA had been rigorously maintaining the same pattern of dealing exam, and I believe that this time also the pattern was at par with the previous years. So MICA 2025 went um, really good. It was in the morning slot. And first, we had to go through the psychometric section. So the psychometric section has 150 questions in 30 minutes of time duration. There were questions based on somewhat agree, disagree, strongly agree, disagree, and so on. And a few parts of questions were based on true or false. So that 30 minutes quickly winded up, and you have to try to attempt as much questions in the psychometric section, so your personality can be really judged, how you react and how you communicate your thoughts and processes. So all you have to be in the psychometric section was intuitive and consistent. So after the psychometric section, the descriptive section started directly. Descriptive section had four questions. So the topic for the essay writing was chaos breeds creativity. So the first three questions were based on essay writing, and the last question was based on descriptive writing. So chaos breeds creativity. The first question was in favor. Second was an argument, and the third was how managers can implement chaos in its job among the colleagues, so that it can enhance creativity. So according to me, I believe that even if, since you know that 25 minutes are really less to write about 250 to 300 words in 4 questions. So if you have the consistency of writing 100 words in each of the essay writing questions, then I think it would be good enough. And though you can try to maximize the number of limit in the essay third question of essay writing, where you have to write your own opinion, because in your own opinion, first of all, the points of the favor and argument must not be same as that of the opinion section, and maybe it might be a little better, since you have written a lot more words and expressed your opinions on how to tackle the situation. So yeah, and then there was the story writing part, the fourth question. This time it had 4 pictures. The first picture was of a green grass land nearby a house. Second picture was of a bowl full of vegetables and meals. And the third picture was of bricks, and huge bricks, unabsurd and weird shapes of bricks. And the fourth picture was of a guy and a girl beside a truck. So you have to make a story on using these 4 images, and also you had to mention the correct chronology of the number of story patterns you have used. That should be mentioned first, and then you have to write the story. As we have seen earlier also in MICAT exam, try to write more words in the story writing section, as that creates a better impression among the examiners. So maybe you can write a word limit of 200 or 250 words in that. Even if you can write 150, then it's good enough. So that is that. So 4 questions within 25 minutes. And anyways, then we go to the aptitude section. This time the aptitude section was divided into 4 parts. The first was the divergent and convergent thinking. Second was verbal ability. Third was the QA and DI. And fourth was the general knowledge. So each section has 20 questions except the GK one. GK had 10 questions. So I believe that GK was, as usual, like normally given during the previous as well. Some questions were related to logos, brands, mergers and acquisitions, and few were based on static and current GK. Though we could say that the second MICAT-2 compared to the first one, the GK was a little bit at the difficulty level, but not very difficult, to be honest. So there were 10 questions and you can attempt at least 4 to 5 questions in the GK section. Next, divergent and convergent thinking. I believe that it was a bit easy this time. You could attempt at least 10 to 12 questions in that section. Verbal, if you have good grasp on coding, decoding and directions and all, then you could be able to score better in DCT. The verbal section had difficulty level more than the divergent and convergent section. Verbal section can be in verbal maybe you can attempt 7 to 8 or 9, probably not more than that. As you know, the questions have 8 options, so that created a lot of buzz around and chaos also. So it was better to be more accurate than be more attempting more questions. And also verbal, you have to divide your time accordingly as per your flow, because often there are times that situations where you might spend a lot of time in verbal and you won't be left with any time for the quant section. So moving forward, quant section was really tough this time. There was very much calculative based questions and it was quite difficult to pick questions which would be able to solve within the time frame. The DI was really tough. The DI was based on, it had pie chart, line graphs and tabular forms as well. So it was a little bit tough to tackle it within the time frame of 80 minutes. So yes, it was tough, but I believe that a good attempt would be of 3 or 4 questions, max 5 with 90% accuracy. So that is it. Quants was like that. You have to attempt 70 questions in 80 minutes. So more or less you have to be very accurate about what you want to attempt and what you want to skip. As such, I believe that even if you feel like that the con section is that you're weak in cons or you're not getting the question, so it's fine. Attempting no question in cons is getting a 0 in that is better than getting a negative in any section, because it has been unconventional opinion that MICAT does not like students who MICAT won't prefer students who score negative in sections. So even if you have scored 0, it would not create that much bad impression. But every time you should have this feeling of trying to attempt at least 1 or 2, because not attempting isn't just wrong maybe, but the teacher will not feel that you know enough cons. Since you are giving so many exams, you should at least try to attempt at least 1 or 2 questions. So that is that. So I hope I was able to answer the questions as were needed. If you have any doubts or confusions, you can DM or comment in the comment section. For more updates and analysis, you can like also and subscribe to our channel. So okay then, thank you. Goodbye.